still do. There's still tons of summer left, so not to worry, not to stress. We're going to get there together. So grab a coffee, pull up a chair, and let's step into this sandbox. My name is Caroline Thornton. I am a primary and junior teacher. I have also worked for 20 years as an early childhood educator. I have also worked in the role as the ERW, which in some boards it is referred to as the EA role. All of these roles have been so meaningful. I have really taken away something beautiful from stepping into each of these roles and what they bring to the classroom, what they bring to the students, what they bring to the families. So I'm super excited to share some of those stories with you. I am by no means an expert. Everything that I will share on these podcasts, everything shared on my website, which I will share in the link below, is based on experience. My team partner and I went into this program right off the hop with the notion that they wanted what I had, they wanted what she had, and they wanted us to put it together. And that was what she said to me the first day we met, which was so helpful, 2010, when nobody knew anything about this program or what it was going to look like. So that is how we got started. So everything that we unpacked together was from the great minds of the provincial leaders who drove this program, who envisioned this program, who put their ideas and their research and their hard work together to create something beautiful. I love this program. I am passionate, and that is what I'm sharing. I'm sharing my passion. I'm sharing my expertise in terms of experience only. So I'm here to share my successes. How did I achieve success? And I was so blessed to have amazing teaching partners, but I also have to give myself some credit in terms of how I approached each new team and how I believe that impacted our start together and then how we kind of grew together. So, and obviously my teaching partners brought their own wealth of knowledge, they brought their own approach, and it worked. So thank you to them. You're not alone, so not to worry. If you're wondering about the new school year and your new teaching partner, you're not alone, and we will unpack all of that together. Let me just start by telling you that this program is fun. You and your teaching partner will have so many laughs together. You may have a few little tears together, but you're experiencing the beauty of full day kindergarten and what 32 to 35 little people bring to that space. It's really wonderful. So I think that if you can get started in the right way, keep an open mind. I think one of the most important aspects of walking into that program is really having a respect and a true understanding of what it is that your teaching partner brings to the sandbox. They are a professional. They have been chosen by the ministry to be part of this program for a reason. So whether you're the teacher in the classroom or the DECE in the classroom, you are important. What you know and what you bring and your professionalism is important to the success and the overall success of the program. So here we go. We're going to dive in. And now, before I get started, there is a little video my teaching partner and I used to start off any professional development, any summer institutes, Ontario Initiative kind of presentations. We would start with this little video that kind of for us was the buy-in. It kind of reminded us why we're all here. It's a video that kind of highlights the important role you have maybe and reminds us as educators in school systems why we took these jobs, why we embraced these positions and what drove us in the beginning, which is what you bring to the child's life, how you impact the child, how you're going to positively impact the families. That was your goal. You loved working with kids, and that is why you came here. That's why you decided to become a teacher, become an educator, become an educational resource worker. Those were your goals. So this little video is a reminder of who you are as a professional and why you're here. So it is called Change the First 5 Years and You Change Everything. I'm going to leave a link below. I didn't create it. It is created by a wonderful, I think it's called The Ounce, and it is absolutely moving. I get goosebumps every time. I highly encourage you to take a moment and watch it. It's maybe 2 minutes long, and it really is an incredible way to start your thinking about the impact you make into the early years. All right, so before the school year starts, we don't begin with the schedules. We are going to start with the people. The team is essential to the success of full day kindergarten. The team approach is essential to the success of the full day kindergarten program, and what you bring to those little children every day. So we have to be mindful, and we have to kind of remember both ECE and teacher coming into the classroom are going to feel a certain way, whether it's an ECE who's been in that classroom. And I have found over the years that today it is the ECE that's spending more time in those classrooms. Teachers are moving. Some teachers have stayed since 2010, and they are staying, and they love it, and they're doing amazing work. Others have said, okay, I'm going to try grade 1, or maybe go to a different role within the school, or the school board for that matter. But the ECE stays. So the ECE in some cases is staying in that classroom. So you have to remind, and when I first started in full day kindergarten, I was stepping into somebody else's classroom. So I had to be mindful that teachers and educators create spaces they love. And they create spaces that are almost like a home away from home. So please remember when you're stepping into someone's space that they've put love and care into that space. That there's a reason maybe that desk is placed where it is. Maybe there's a reason that shelf is displaying what it has on it. So we have to kind of be mindful of walking in. And I think the important thing is to just be respectful in that way. With that said, I feel that, administrators, it could happen that maybe you guys decide to give them a new room together. I believe in the value, and the teams I've worked with in the past have believed in the value of creating the classroom together. So that right off the start, it is not anyone else's classroom. It is your classroom for that year. It is a team's classroom for that year. You're not worried about stepping on any toes. You just start fresh with like a blank slate. So while, yes, you may have been in that classroom, it's okay to let go. You have a new team. This is a new adventure. So let go, trust the process, build it together, share your ideas. You also need to, before you get to that space where you're creating together, I think it's also very important to sit back with your teaching partner. Within the next few weeks, I would encourage everyone to reach out. Reach out to each other, connect with each other, plan a coffee date, go for a walk. If you have small kids at home and the best way for you to connect is maybe through phone for the first conversation, then that's fine too. Whatever works for you and your families, whatever works for you and your summer plans, we don't want to derail from those. Those are important. But take a moment within the next few weeks to connect with your teaching partner. That's important. So with that said, when you have that chance to connect, I want you to think about these questions. I want you to think about talking to each other about what are you passionate about? What do you love about the full day kindergarten program? What do you still want to learn more about in the full day kindergarten program? I know for me, walking into a full day kindergarten, my conversation with my teaching partner would be, I love to move things around. I am a mover and a shaker. I like to pick up the dramatic center and put it in the art space, and maybe put the art space near a window, and just kind of try different things and create something different. I think that it kind of it changes the way children play. I think it also kind of takes the stagnant out of it, makes it exciting again. So that is something I really love to do. I also love doing those great big large group read alouds. That is something that I've taken away from one of my teaching partners, Shirley, who was absolutely amazing. She was a literacy consultant, and she had the best strategies in terms of facilitating a large group reading and a group reading. And it is absolutely, it's just something I love to do and something I have to be a part of. So there are things that are important to me. That's not it. Obviously, I have lots of ideas and lots of things I love to do. But those are the conversations I would have. That way, when you start together, you can work with those ideas. You know that both teacher and ECE are fully capable of having those large group times. Each professional is capable of teaching a lesson. Each partner and each team member is capable of helping plan the centers. You are a team. And where you might begin with my first teaching partner what we kind of did and what we kind of noticed right away is that I walked in 2010, I was doing the centers. I was planning, I was sitting, I was playing with the kids. The kids were playing, they loved coming to hang out. Whereas my teaching partner and her love of literacy was pulling. She was pulling for guided reading and this and that. And you could see the kids wanted to play. So quickly we realized together we're both capable of doing those things. So there were times I started pulling for those guided reading. I was focusing on building those literacy skills. But, and it became something that just kind of merged. She taught me what she knew. I taught her what I knew. And it became, people walking into the program could not tell who was the teacher, who was the ECE. And I think that's the way it should be. I think that you need to share your joys, share your strengths, share what you hope that the kids will remember, what you will remember, and what your classroom is going to feel like. So take a minute, reach out to those teaching partners. I am going to quickly share with you something that is on our the kindergarten document in terms of the team. And in the kindergarten document, it states, in kindergarten classrooms that have an educator team with a teacher and an early childhood educator, the team members have the benefit of a collaborative and reflective partnership. Educator team members have complementary gifts that enable them to create a nurturing and stimulating learning environment that supports the unique needs of each child, while an educator team will reflect on the uniqueness of its members, and the hallmark of successful partnerships is the atmosphere of the mutual respect, trust, and open communication. So it is right there. It is right there for you to take a look at. Open up your kindergarten document. All the information that you need is there, and we're going to go through it and we're going to look at it together. But I think that I can speak on behalf of the teams that I've worked with, the most important is the partnership. The most important is building that team so you can be successful and you can be respectful and you can build something beautiful together. So I will leave that out there with you. Let's see, what else did I want to discuss today? All right, so before we leave for today, I'm actually going to end this here now because I don't want it to be too long. I want it to be something that people can pop into and just kind of get some ideas. Maybe you're driving in the car, maybe you're sitting at home and you have a quick minute. Reflection questions. I want you to think about what gift you bring. What are your gifts as the ECE, as the teacher, and the experiences that you brought? You have a backpack of knowledge now. Many of you have been in full day kindergarten for a long time. Or maybe you've been in grade 1 and you have things that you want to try. Wherever you've been, even if you've been teaching grade 8, you know where those kids are going to go. You know what they need to know. So please, everyone brings a gift. Everyone brings their knowledge. So what is it that you bring? What is it that your partner will bring? What do you know about your partner? What are they going to bring to the table? What are they going to bring to the classroom, into the sandbox for you to build on and create together? And what do you hope that your classroom feels like? This is so important. The classroom should feel like an extension of home. We spend so much time at school and with these little tiny people. It really becomes like a second home, and not only for the educators, but for the kids. So what do we want it to feel like? We want it to feel welcoming. We want everyone to feel valued. We want everyone to feel like they are important and what they're learning is important. So please take a moment to reflect on what it is that you hope the classroom will feel like and what you can do. What's your part in helping get there? So before you buy another bin or a TPT resource, schedule a coffee with your teaching partner, schedule a chat, share your dreams, share your ideas, share your experience, and start building together. Remember that you're not alone. So many educators are here with you. Share your questions. Tell us your fears. Let's celebrate our victories, both big and small. And please like and subscribe. Leave your comments below. Tune in while we unpack all things FDK and we find our way together. Until next time, keep wondering, keep listening, keep learning, and I'll meet you back in the sandbox.